New media such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Skype to bring you the top trending news happening locally and internationally. This is Access Point. Access Point.
My name is Andrew Mahiga, your host, joined by my co-host,
Gloria Mangi. Thank you so much for linking with us. Joining us in the studio is Jean-Francois Mine, who is a documentary filmmaker, and he's going to discuss with us the story. We've been hearing about it. It's been in the newspapers, it's been on the TV shows. It's hot about the albino body parts that is being spread out around Tanzania.
So right now we finished a documentary. It was shown in November 2010 on most of the TV channels here to raise awareness, and since then there haven't been any reported killings, but there have been still some attacks. So we're getting the movie out to villages and communities where the murders have been happening.
Access Point.
welcome to Wi-Fi Africa, where we focus on news around the continent. As we all know, it is February, and February is Black History Month. We are joined by Joseph Muya, a student at USIU in Nairobi, Kenya, and he's going to let us know how Black History Month is celebrated and recognized in Kenya.
While it is an event for mostly the African in diaspora, the African youth in the 21st century have moved with the tide. They say that people do not know their history are bound to repeat it, and that the Africans in diaspora are connected to them in that they came from Africa and they are Africans by blood.
Speaking of elections, not only does the next president of the United States have to deal with problems at home, but they have to deal with problems overseas as well. And most importantly is the Israel and Palestine conflict. Now, this conflict has been going on for a very, very long time.
And one of the major issues that a lot of nations have faced is, whose side are we going to take? And any political party, any president, any MP, doesn't matter who he is, if he chooses a side, it's going to affect his political standing, whether it's going to be for the good or whether it's going to be for the bad. So if you want to just leave it all alone, it kind of makes sense though. Leave it alone. I didn't take any sides, so therefore you can't condemn me for anything. Joining us in the living room is Charles Porter. Now, who is Charles Porter and what does he do? He is a life cartographer, which is like drawing a map. If you guys are lost in life, he will help you find your way. So he's going to be discussing with us a little bit on leadership and how we can find our way in life by being a good leader. Things people are saying against Obama and his leadership. What is your take on it, about the elections, and then we can move on to Obama?
You know, my take is that these issues are far more complex than what people give it credit to. I think there is tremendous amount of discouragement in the leadership that President Obama has brought to the country, particularly, you know, that you realize that Obama plays on an international scene, but politics are very, very local. And so if you can't get elected locally, you don't have influence internationally.
Access Point.
Today's icon is a young lady by the name of Modesta Mahiga. Modesta started her own company, Professional Approach Group, about 6 years ago.
My names are Modesta Lillian Mahiga, and I'd like to thank Access Point for choosing me to be their icon for this week's segment.
Access Point is a revolutionary current affairs program that is using new media such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Skype to bring you the top trending news happening locally and internationally. This is Access Point. Access Point.